Hello and welcome everybody to Coffee Over Magic with Sebastian Oren, the Symbolic Gamer. And I have finally made Diamond. I guess that means this deck is about ready to show off a little bit. Now, if I'm lucky, this will be my third Magic the Gathering video post for what I suppose I will call Coffee Over Magic. These days, I'm finally getting into setting up an internet presence through YouTube. I've posted my first ever video, and it's been on, one YouTube channel. I'm going to start another one to help me sort of promote myself as an author. And today is day one of, let me read it off. Let's see, day one. Oh wait, it's in my new journal. Day one of the Holy Fire Life Transformation campaign, where I put the law of attraction to the ultimate test now that I have plumbed the secrets of its dynamic complexity. Alright, so one of the first things I want to do is, work on my script. So this new journal is going to be journaled as if it is a script, because I've journaled for years. So it's the easiest thing for me to do. The video stuff, converting it to video is a little difficult. So I'm trying to start as simple as possible. I'm going to be doing, like, sit down in front of the camera and just read my script. That's basically how I'm going to start. But it gives me, this sense of rapport, this imaginary sense of rapport. If I do it, starting today, it's going to be totally awesome. Alright. But this is a different channel. If I can rename it, I'll call it Coffee Over Magic, right? And I'll just kind of lead people to my other channel. Lead the Magic fans to the Magic. From the Magic to the Magic. So check this out. I just made Diamond. And let me tell you, we're almost to the end of this. We're almost to the end of this thing. I have tweaked this. Oh man, you don't even want to know. Alright, so these come out, right, like after game one, a lot of the time. I've got Spell Pierce is really powerful with the way I have this geared, particularly now. See, the thing is, this guy makes copies of stuff. And I had powerful 4-drops in here for him to copy. But they overextend me, because removal's so easy. Even with Ward 2, removal's still pretty easy. It's crazy. And it does work, it's just, it doesn't work well enough, obviously. I mean, I climbed to Mythic last set with a similar version of this, featuring a lot of Sorin, Kaito, and the 4-drop heavy creature. But this is what got me to Diamond. I had to add these guys because against aggressive decks, it's crazy. As soon as I added the Tainted Adversary, I saw less of the werewolf. And I come from Timur Werewolf. That's what I played last before rotation. Yeah, the Graveyard Trespass. I immediately saw less of these. I said, this is a good way to deal with an aggressive deck, because mine is sort of tricksy, it's a combo deck. But it is very powerful just to copy the Silver Fur Master. It is very powerful just to copy the Prosperous Thief, because then you get to do cool stuff with the Spectral Adversary, and these have made a huge difference. Now, I put in the Destroy Evils. I have 3 Destroy Evils. I have the Spell Pierce. I've got 2 Flip the Switch because they're just they're okay. Right? I mean, you look at the zombie, and it's not so bad now because you can swap it out for a ninja, a permanent creature, so it doesn't just go away. I've got a second sword, I guess I just ran 2, and a third Urtai, right? And I have saw myself overcome, the mono blue, which is, that thing can be a royal pain, right? With the bounce, I mean, that quick, easy bounce, that quick, easy protection, it's like, God, man, that's so cheap. And it is hard to maneuver, It's hard to have the aggression, like, let's go back. Come on, go down. You can see how many of these things I've built. Look at all these. Look at all of them. I have been working my butt off because the set rotated. And these were the werewolves, so I was still in werewolves for a while. Alright, where's my old werewolf? Is this my old one? Oh, no, that's not it. Here we are. These are expired? Wow, I must have started this before rotation? That's crazy. Let's go with this one. I think this is the one I ran the most. Oh, the snow-covered lens. So with this one, yeah, you've got the inscription of abundance, and that adds a lot. I mean, it really does. It adds a lot. The snakeskin veils, they were just pretty necessary. I don't know what I'm doing with these in here. I must have been doing some late format swapping. Yeah, this is totally different than what I was playing. Sorry. Yeah, these were main board. I had, basically 4 of these. I didn't use the play with fire. I had 4 pack song pups, 4 pack leaders, or 3. Yeah, it was either 3 or 4. Then you got the lords and the decisive denials. I ended up going to the sideboard when we finally got the new quench, the make disappear. I had been waiting on that for a while. There it is. I had been waiting on that for quite a while. I was like, there's no good, counter spell on this thing. I didn't run these. I ran the pack leaders. And it was just blast out there, right, as quick as possible, and get some extra mana, get some cards, and sit back on this right, to plow through. Now, back in the earlier days when maybe it'll be in here, when they had, oh yeah, the Cinder Clasms. Yeah, this is a little bit better. The heated debates and the Cinder Clasms. That was what I was running, and I was really deadly in the format. I was pushing up to Mythic, and now I've got to where I can get to Mythic every time. I thought I was, right, but I've got to where I can get to Mythic, and now I'm trying to climb Mythic. Once I get there, I'm trying to climb, and that will be my challenge for the next good while. But this stuff has really made me a better player. This is the ultimate playtesting platform. Look at all these ninja decks. I've never done anything like this. Never. This is where I just buckled. I was like, fine, I'll play what everybody else is playing. And when I did, it wasn't doing much better than I was already doing. So I just went back to this. This one, no. The original. Yeah, this one here. This was what I climbed to Mythic with last time. Because I couldn't do it with tempo. I had to do it with sort of a tempo transition build, to where you just transition into this to close out the match, because the tempo just wouldn't get you there. They always be able to tear apart the combo, sweep the board, right? How many board sweepers do we have these days? So, I played 20,000 coins on the Premier Draft Throne of Eldraine. It was so much fun. I did pretty good. I did, 4 out of 7. Right? Yeah, 4 out of 7, 5 out of 7, stuff like that. 4 wins. I think I got like I think I actually made 2 4s. It might have been the first one was a 3. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got really cool cards. I got to play my Return of the Wild Speaker. And I'm in silver there because I just haven't had the money. I can't put money into this machine at this point. For the past 2 years, we have been hard up. So I'm going back to focusing on my standard game. But let's show it off. Now that I'm in diamonds, let's show it off. And then I'll let you guys go. And I want to apologize for the second recording, which I have not yet posted. It says a lot of cool stuff, but it's, see, now that I'm recording, I get a weird hand. Alright, let's get a hand I can actually play. There we go. It's a hard choice. I guess I'll throw back the swamp. Alright, they're taking their sweet time. Let's say hello. Cheers, Governor. Let's throw down. Alright. Have you noticed people been taking a while? It's like, if I can talk them into thinking I'm not here, maybe they'll just scoop and I'll get a free win. Which I will do now. I mean, I can't be taken out of diamond. But let's go over my stuff, right? This is supposed to be spiritual, but I do want to apologize. I will post that second video, and at the same time as I post this one as the third. And that'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, I will post that second video. And I just apologize for it because it sort of putters out. I had very bad luck in the game. Alright, let's go. Yeah, you have to play this bad boy a little bit more of a combo strategy than a tempo strategy. That's why I took out my counter spell. That was the latest transition, was taking out my counter spell. Because they would go dead. Well, thanks a lot. I'll just sit here. I wonder what he's gonna do. That was my first guess. Oh, weird. Kill that. Okay.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
I still don't have the stuff to move forward, right? I'm waiting on the combo pieces. Apparently he doesn't have his stuff either. Nah. You would think I've got 8 of these. 8 of these. Of course, it has to play weird now that I am recording. That'll work. I probably will bounce this guy back.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Yeah, I've never played a match quite like this.
Oh, there will be a next time.
You've got to be kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can't do both. That's just great.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching to fight. There's no secret.
Man, yeah, it has to do weird stuff. That's what it does. Start recording and it is flopping like a mullet. Yeah, why don't you bounce something? Oh, you're creating a bird. Thank God. Something different.
Our eyes are everywhere. Now this is a juicy.
Okay. This is a boring game. I'm sorry to put y'all through this. I don't think he has enough to do anything. What the heck?
I'm hungry. Gonna get a snack.
Yeah, I apologize. I did not get. I mean, normally I have much more ninja stuff going on. I mean, I had 3 of these. I don't even know if I care to counter those things, but he'll be on the play, so I'm sure he's got counter spells too. These seem to be all but useless. I'll just run with that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give y'all a boring match. Recording does seem to kind of change things a little. Oh, yeah, we can work with this. This is a fun, interesting hand. So the Silver Fur Master really is symbolic of me teaching my spiritual secrets. Right, I gravitated to this because, everybody's playing werewolves still, but they're mixing it up a little bit. I played werewolves as soon as they came out because the rotation dictated that I had to start completely over. And I had been playing aggro control tempo forever. If we get land screwed here, this is going to be a quick problem. Land ho! Thank you. Okay, we're not going to be in any rush. We're playing our combo style. I want to spell pierce and stuff. So I'm ready for another land ho! Give me a blue land. Alright, we'll take up on this opportunity.
With the right tools, I can do anything.
We'll take the slow route. He may beat down Kaito, but I'm gonna top deck some blue land. Alright, there we go. I can spell pierce, so we're good to attack here. I hope I draw a blue land, actually. An island. Come on, baby. Yes. Bring it on. I'll even ping myself for it. Okay. Alright, we've got a void rid here. And a singular spell pierce. So we'll throw this out. I don't think I need the void rid. I think it's time for the boulder play. Yeah. I don't think I need the void rid. Not yet. He may try board wipe right here, right now. Haven't seen all his deck, I'm sure. But yeah, this guy is definitely symbolic of me teaching my spiritual secrets, which is exactly what I've got going on right now.
I'll find another way.
Okay. Let's do this. I still hope to grab up an island off the top, because it'd be nice to have double spell pierce for when he tries to wipe this board away. Come on, island.
There's no
Sad,
secret
sad.
I can't uncover.
Alright, there's nothing for it. Next turn I'll have some island power. Oh, sweet. Yeah, this should work out well. Probably just lay this down flat. Crack in with the team. He probably wants to hold off my Silver Fur Masters. Okay, that works. That was a handsome spell pierce. Oh yeah. Shake 'em up. He's deciding. He's making a big decision. Alright, so we've spent one of ours, so we can only double spell pierce once, and then we're open to obliteration. But unless I top deck an island, I cannot do this one and this one at the same time. Alright, now that I have, I can. Which makes this highly valuable. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is play this guy. Sad but true. Alright. And then it cannot attack, which means I'll only have one spell pierce if I do this. I could wait. Okay, he's just buying for time. So, just damage.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Alright, now we have double pierce. And that'll get us a long way. This only takes a single one, because he kicked it. That was a good looking spell pierce. I did put in, I do have a counter flash guys. Alright, took him a minute. Mull over his decisions. That was a weird one. Okay, well, a quick, easy show off. And I'll just say, right, this is marketing, right? Cyber marketing, right? Bust into the internet with an internet busting arm thing and grab out some shiny fabulousness. And this is my secret spiritual technology, which I will be offering. And, for Magic fans, we'll just hang out and I'll give you that information as it comes. So, I suppose this is my cyber self. What did Morpheus say? Residual self-image. Yeah. Residual self-image. Alright guys, that was enough for this one. I love to feature this stuff. I've been playing Magic since before Shards of Alara. I came in, and checked out the scene with Eventide, right? With Eventide. The first match I played was against Shadowmoor Cinder's deck. And my homie gave me some blue deck that I don't even remember. All I know is I was like, you only get 7 cards? And you only get to draw 1 per turn? I was like, okay. That's the beginnings of my play style there, right? I don't like limitations and such. This was the first, I came in on the birth of Arena and played Merfolk. I had been playing Magic Online because my tournament people were not doing drafts. I mean, I'd switched from standard to drafts because I'd played standard forever, right? That was all I played. So I got tired of it. I wanted to experience more of the storyline, right? Jungle Secrets, if you recall, that's one of the original boxes and the titles that came out. This is not the way I had it. Yeah, I put this on there. I put the expedition map because I was mapping something at the time. Apparently it's in the sideboard if it's even in here. My Dream Eaters got boarded. Return of the Wild Speaker was a huge kind of keystone card for me. It never got noticed, and it came along late. I mean, Throne of Eldraine was long after, right? And then you got the 9-pack Ambusher, which was totally awesome. This was passive income investing. This was, okay, I'm going to buy a house, get roommates to pay for it, and make it worth twice as much as I bought it for. Yeah, that's the Expedition map, which isn't in here. And this was holding your certainty, holding your expectation, not allowing it to be broken by, the whims of circumstance. And that's tech of claiming in the name of Jesus Christ, the law of attraction, right? That's the spiritual tech stuff. This is symbolic stuff. This guy was always kind of curious. This one was too. But this one was about spiritual mastery, mastering the law of attraction. Because I had basically just discovered, that our thoughts and feelings are constantly constantly emanating from us, if you will, right? Like an aura, if you will. And our thoughts and feelings, I just discovered some of the profound truths that you learn when you kind of put this law of attraction to the test, which is basically like the science of claiming in the name of Jesus Christ. You put your faith to it, you expect it, and you walk through to it, right, basically. And I put it to the test, and I had discovered that our thoughts and feelings actually do sort of cross over into reality through opportunities, coincidences, intuitions, guidances, just these subtle sort of signposts, if you will, on the journey of life. And I had discovered a lot about, this thought and feeling stuff. And it actually does make an impact on our reality. So the Mistbinder at the birth of Arena, right? We had the Ixalan. I was in New Orleans for 6 months, and I played Kaladesh in New Orleans. Played the draft. And you got the Sidewinder, whatever it was, that fabulous green-black snake for the standard at the time. The higher level play standard at the time. But I was just drafted. I had this Pummeler deck. They had the artifact, the Pummeler did something cool. You could spike its power with instants and sorceries or something like that. I've still got it in my closet somewhere. I never really built a deck out of it, but I was chilling in New Orleans for that. I came back here, played on Magic Online because there was nothing. I lived down here in Florida, and it wasn't long, after I was playing Magic Online, maybe a year or so, and they came out with Arena. And I grabbed up Arena, and it played a lot smoother. Of course, it was, not as clunky, right? So I immediately transitioned over to this one, and the Mistbinder was just beckoning me to use a symbolic card. Love the Storm Tamer. Completely awesome. Oh, it's Curious Obsession. That's not Expedition map. What am I talking about? But I had symbolism for this one. I just can't remember it. But this was the Keystone card, and the Dream Eater was a very powerful Keystone card because it represented my dedication at that point in time, a strong dedication to make my book the best it can be. And that was what brought me to the passive income stuff, is because if I can start working real estate in addition to a job, then I'll have the surplus cash to be able to pay for a promotion campaign of my girlfriend as an artist and me as a author. And so, that's the symbolism of it. And it's very symbolic because of the blue eyes, right? I'm a huge fan of old school anime. Got Vampire Hunter D. When he went all vampire, his eyes glowed blue. I mean, it was serious business, right? You get serious. It's time to get serious. The eyes go blue. And also from reading, and this was right after I started playing, from reading Agents of Artifice, which came out with an alternate art Jace Bellerin promo card. You bought the book, you got the card. And in that book, Tezzeret, the original Tezzeret from Esper, pushes Jace Bellerin, in a battle test. He's like working for Tezzeret. Jace is working for Tezzeret. Tezzeret is being a douche. But he pushes him in the battle test to see what he's capable of, and Jace calls out this amazing Sphinx, right? Which was like he didn't even know he was capable of, summoning that particular creature. And that always stuck with me. That and the Nicol Bolas flavor description, right? It was some conversation between Jace and Tezzeret. It's like, oh, and he's a 25,000-year-old dragon the size of an ogre's barn. Yeah, he's a planeswalker and a 25,000-year-old dragon the size of an ogre's barn. Yeah, those two pieces of the book really stuck with me. They hung in there, back in those days. Because I guess because I kind of wished that I had some powerful thing to pull out of me, because I started playing Magic because I had busted my chop for 5 years straight. And at the end of it, everything I did just got crumpled up and destroyed. 5 years wasted. And I'm talking about from 19 to almost 24. I had worked 2 jobs almost the whole time. I was setting up to build 2 businesses. And it all just, like the table just got wiped away. 5 years from 19. Do you know how long 5 years is when you're that young? That's a big deal. And it hurt so bad. It was like, what the hell happened? Pardon my French, right? But the thing is that I needed something, to fill that void, to shield that devastation, right? I needed a good, powerful distraction. And Magic the Gathering became that for me. Because I'd been interpreting my dreams for years. And, I've had various tarot guidance decks, throughout the years since I was 15. So for the past 10 years, I've been working with dream interpretation, this, that. So symbolism was a very, a talent that I had developed. I could understand and translate symbolism. So I built Magic the Gathering decks that symbolized, these pieces of my life, that mattered to me. I built my first deck. I still have it. Is Esper. The only things I didn't keep was the lands. It was Esper, and it was symbolic of all the spiritual stuff I'd studied. Had the macabre, had the Tide Hollow Sculler, the and it eventually guided me to my first book production. All those years ago, it was like the man upstairs told me, okay, everything got changed, and to get it back, you write this book. And I felt like the mom from Jack and the Beanstalk, where my hard-earned money was, turned into these magic beans. It's like, man, come on. I worked for 5 years to have something real, and now I'm supposed to write a book. I mean, I was not really. I don't know what this is. I must have thrown that in there after it expired because I thought it was cool. It is cool looking. For real. Look at that wolf, man. But, so magic has always been symbolic to me, and I'm going to teach. This symbolism so people can kind of get more magic out of their magic, to where you can play, based upon, okay, what's at the top of the format, this and that and the other, but you can also express yourself. You can also use it as like a self-empowerment tool, to where it's a way of growing in your life. Because if you build a symbolic deck, as you make it stronger, as you make it better, it gives you clues as to how to go about making that part of your life stronger and better. And it also shows you, what challenges you have to face, what challenges you have to overcome, where you're weak, where you're strong, and how to get better, without sacrificing those things that mean a lot to you, the sort of keystone or soul cards, right? Because we can only compromise so much without it teaching us that we're not in control of our lives. And when I started playing Magic, Magic the Gathering gave me a way to keep fighting my battles, to keep winning my, sacred quests, if you will, even though my physical circumstances have been decimated. And all these years later, it's like, it's been 15 years. And now, in addition to posting, this kind of stuff, I have a free way of making my book, which has now become a 3-book series, the best it could be. It took half that time, like 7, 8 years, for me to understand what happened in my life all those years ago, why everything got destroyed, why I got guided to write the book, what I should have done, how it wasn't, the tragedy. It wasn't meant to be the tragedy that I thought it was. And how, my thinking it was such a tragedy actually caused most of the damage to my life. I didn't have to lose, those 2 businesses that meant so much to me. I didn't have to fall so far from those businesses that now they're not even, a part of my life 15 years later. I mean, they are, but not as realistic, not as real as they were. They're They're a very different aspect of, I wanted to teach martial arts. And now I'm finally getting to do that. But I never had to quit being a martial artist. And sadly, I did. Because I was so devastated. Not only martial arts, but a metaphysical healer, starting with massage and learning hypnotherapy and acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine. I've got such an aptitude for alternative, holistic, metaphysical healing stuff, and I could have kept that and my martial arts and be 15 years stronger in both of those. But the devastation, pulled them out of my hands all those years ago. And I'm just now starting on the path to getting them back, and it didn't have to be that way. So in my other channel, I'm going to be teaching people how to use the secrets within spiritual technology, because I've spent 25 years studying all the different spiritual traditions, what they have to offer, what's real, separating the wheat from the chaff. And yeah, I've got a lot to offer as far as insights into living, a spiritually empowered life. Right. That's not. It's always been a fascination to people, but it's never, since the Great Divide, since the war between science and religion, it's never been something that people have considered applicable on any majority scale. People look at this stuff and they're fascinated with it. We know that from the movies, right? But then they put it down and they go to work and they live their lives, and it doesn't have to be that way. The war between science and religion, it probably had to be, but it only had to be because of our ignorance and the things we did wrong. Alright, well, that's a full hour, and I feel like that's a pretty good introduction. But, yeah, stick with me. Coffee over magic, I'll, share fun, cool stuff. We'll have a good time, and, I'll teach all this symbolism stuff. That'll be the spiritual stuff to do with magic together, like a tarot. But a tarot that does more than, forecast or fun stuff. This is a tarot where you get to trade in the motivations that will guide you to being better in your life, right? Like the psychic would tell you to do this, or you're weak in this, right? You need to learn this. Well, this particular tarot will actually walk with you step by step and motivate you, non-stop to become that better self that can, change the forecasts, right? So that's cool. And that's what I'm going to be offering here. And then if you do have, more, an interest in more than Magic the Gathering, but actual, magic spiritual technology, I'm going to have another channel that I'm going to be going through, right? A 6-month process. Let me break out my journal. Of a holy fire life transformation campaign where I put the law of attraction, the science of claiming in the name of Jesus Christ, to the ultimate test now that I have plumbed the secrets of its dynamic complexity. So this is my script. I just started a new journal, and I wrote out my script, and I'm going to film myself going through this script, and for 6 months I'm going to be well, kicking ass, taking names, and chewing bubblegum. And I'm going to be launching 6 sets on Tony Robbins' Mastermind of a month straight, a spiritual mastery program where I give all my secrets away, where I give 25 years worth of spiritual expertise all at once, all for you, right? I'm gonna let it out. I'm gonna let it rip. I'm gonna let it out. Everything I've learned, everything I've experienced, everything that has worked, and how it has worked, and how you can make it work for you from the past 25 years of my life. So, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. So, this will be my third episode if I can post it, which I will try to do today. Along with the second one, I'm not going to edit the second one. I'm not going to edit this one because I don't know how to do that. So, if I stop to edit, it'll never get posted. Right? It'll never get posted because editing is just going to cripple me. So it'll be on there. It'll be, what it is. And I think it's a pretty good introduction. The first 3 videos can be kind of an introduction. And I'm posting these very slowly, so it'll give everybody a chance to check it out. Maybe go back and look and see if I've posted something else. And I finally will have. I've had 3 views, right? So this is going to be on there for years before it, sort of gets to the mind of the public. But, they'll hit as they do, I don't know where, so I don't have to edit, I don't have to be perfect. This will be posted. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Coffee Over Magic. If I can name it that. If I ever get it named that. Alright, so we're good.